And as I contemplated on the various ways that God was moving and weaving and working through this situation with the apostles, I thought about this likely reality. If God had simply left it up to the apostles to plan out, to map out their own path, their own designs for ministry, chances are they probably would have steered clear. They would have avoided the parts of the scenario that would have gotten them arrested, brought before the council, then arrested again and brought before the council again. In fact, if it were solely up to the apostles, because they were human, they would have chosen the path of least resistance. They would have sought out the plan that was easiest for them to accomplish. The truth is, not many people will choose the more difficult and the more painful road if a smoother, easier option is available. However, what we know from this passage is that without these arrests, without the imprisonments, without the councils, all of the hardships that the apostles were enduring, they would have missed out on so many miraculous events. They would have missed out on so many of the opportunities that God was creating for them to share the gospel with the highest ranking leaders in all of Israel. You see, God took a lot of the things that the apostles would have wanted to avoid, the things that they would have excluded, and He included these difficult circumstances so that they would get to participate in ministry opportunities they never would have had access to without them. And that's the lesson that I think we need to take away for ourselves from this text. Yes, even though this won't make our trials, it won't make our challenges and our problems any easier, certainly won't make them go away. As followers of Christ Jesus, we can trust that while we may be experiencing things, we may be going through some things that we would have chosen to avoid, we would have chosen to skip over if it had been up to us. God, in His gracious love and mercy, He can and He will use those things to create for us opportunities for ministry, doors for gospel conversations that we would have missed out on if we weren't going through it.